After all that I have been through, I still have joy. Those are the last words my grandmother said before she passed away in 95. She was about 54 years old and she left us due to an aneurysm. Joy has been something I have experienced my whole life. It is the foundation of my family. It is what I know of my grandmother, who often was laughing and cheering and making sure we were all in good hands. But then there's fear. Fear is the cousin to joy. Fear is the things that stop us from getting to joy. And my grandmother experienced lots of fear, lots of doubt, lots of challenges. She has oftentimes had to get through those murky woods to get to the light on the other side, especially as a single mother. See, fear keeps us from joy. Fear blocks us to get to the other side, to get to the light. And we oftentimes have to face that fear. And what does fear look like? Fear looks like not knowing when the next meal is going to come. Fear looks like is making sure all of my uncles and my aunts got to school. Fear looks like being told I am too black, not good enough, self-deprecation. But fear has showed me that fear is the pathway to joy. Through authentic, pure joy. You have to keep doubt out of your heart, my dad told me once when I was unemployed for a year and a half, struggling. He gave me hope. He reminded me that to get to the other side, I needed to face my fears, my insecurities, and all the things that come with it. And to do that, I had to dig deep inside for the tenacity and the resilience that my family has taught me to have. They've taught me to have this through understanding the understandings of joy. They have been resilient. They have been resilient from my great-grandmothers down to my mother, who has experienced racism and colorism in the South, who has had to find ways to put food on our table. They've experienced fear. They've experienced challenges and trials and jubilations, but that jubilations was always inside because of joy. Because they always knew on the other side was joy. So what does authentic joy looks like? Well, from what my family has taught me and what I have experienced, joy for me is just filling myself with the things that I know I love. Filling myself with community, filling myself with speaking engagements and performing and working out and connecting with my family and friends to make sure that I can get through each day. Joy is engaging in joyful things and how to be present in those unexpected joys. When someone randomly buys you a cup of coffee at the Starbucks, or engaging in that double Whopper at Burger King. Joy has taught me to give myself grace, to find myself laughing, because those are the things that got me through, that got my family through. They've taught me how to give myself grace, how to laugh at ourselves. They taught me how to practice self-care and exchange my energy to those who need it. They taught me how to fill my tank with joy, even if I was going through a hard time. They taught me that. And because they taught me that, it keeps me grounded. It keeps me grounded in knowing and understanding whose shoulders I stand on. Whose shoulders that have kept me breathing and moving and loving for all my 37 years. I have to always remember that foundation whenever I am facing my fears, my doubts, my challenges, to get to the tenacity that I need. Now, this is always cyclic. I experience fear, I experience joy, I experience life. But I have to keep myself grounded. I have to connect with my family. There's a scripture that I have known to love and known to be part of my life, and where my grandmother gets it. For his anger endureth but a moment, and his favor is life. Weeping may endureth for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. I hope you find your light and joy through whatever darkness you may be going through, because you deserve it.